Jabba's Sail Barge, or LEGO set number 6210, was released in 2006. It included 781 pieces and 8 minifigures, and originally sold for $74.99. At first glance, the ship does a pretty good job of recreating Jabba's barge, although if you compare it to the real thing, you'll see that on the LEGO version the sails are taller, the nose isn't as streamlined, and in general it just looks a little boxy. They've chosen to use brown for the main color, although I would argue that the actual ship was probably more of a gunmetal color with brown weathering. Still, it looks the part, and some stickers help a bit as well. It's quite large at around 19 inches long. The 2 large panels on the side open up to reveal the interior. First, we have a jail cell for Jabba's enemies. And next to that is apparently the kitchen, complete with a frying pan and a large neon green spider. Opening the other panel to the right reveals Jabba's throne area, or at least I guess I can call it that, since there isn't an actual throne here, just a space where you can attach Jabba and his hookah pipe. It's basically the same story on the other side. You can see the other side of the kitchen and the jail cell here. That part actually opens up as well. And over here, oops, well, this is the back of Jabba's little area, but it brings up one downside for this set. LEGO sets aren't usually known for their durability, but this one is particularly fragile. I got mine used, and the previous owners had superglued many of the key bricks into place. While I don't usually think that's a good idea, I can definitely understand it if this was actually played with. Up top we can see the sails, which are made of a rough material similar to what minifigure capes are made of. They're adjustable, but also come off very easily. And there's also the deck cannon here, which apparently lacked any sort of basic safety features, allowing Luke to shoot directly at the deck. There's also a smaller cannon in the front. Strangely, neither of these cannons actually shoot any sort of LEGO projectile. Now you're probably wondering about the minifigures that came with this set. Unlike most of the sets that I'll be reviewing, I never actually had the full boxed version of this set, and I bought it used. Now back when I was in the market for this, it had been discontinued for a couple of years and was quite expensive on the secondary market. Since I already had most of the figures it came with, I ended up getting a version that didn't include any figures for a lot less than that. So, to tell you about the minifigures and other things that this set came with, I'm going to have to show you a second barge. Now this one actually came out of a store display. I never had the entire display, but as you can see from this photo I found of it, it was originally paired with the Star Destroyer set for some reason. And unlike LEGO's newer displays, it really wasn't very fancy at all. This came with some gray brick platforms that weren't included in the actual set. And as you may know, LEGO store displays are glued together to keep the pieces and figures in place. So none of the other panels here open, and the windows also don't move. The figures are glued into place as well, like Leia and Jabba here. Leia is in a much more realistic style than the yellow version we got with the Jabba's Palace set. There was also a drink-serving R2-D2 figure, which was really just the normal R2 with a few extra pieces. The set also came with a skiff vehicle that sat on some transparent columns to make it appear to float, which is a nice touch. We also got the same Gamorrean guard from the Jabba's Palace set, an updated Jedi Luke in the more realistic style, and Han Solo and Lando in skiff guard outfit figures. If it wasn't glued into place, this gangplank would have folded into the body of the skiff. And of course, you need something for Lando to be suspended over, so we got a fairly decent Sarlacc pit as well, although it is the version from the special editions with the beak-like chomping mouth. I think these clear pieces under Boba Fett were added for the store display. Finally, the display came with this little cardboard sign showing the name and box art of the set. Overall, this is a really nice set, and when you think it sold for about $75 back in the day, it seems like a real bargain now. Used prices also seem to have come down on this set since the new version came out, more on that in another video, so it might be worth checking out if you're interested in it. By the way, like the Jabba's Palace set, one page of the instructions for this showed some alternative models you could build with the bricks provided in the set, including some kind of sea monster and an alternate version of the palace that seems strangely Asian-inspired. But maybe the best is this pirate ship with a Slave Leia-shaped masthead. I'll be reviewing the rest of the Jabba-related LEGO sets sometime before the eventual heat death of the universe, so be sure and stay tuned for that. And thanks very much for watching.